Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check. What is going on, everybody? How is it going? How are y'all doing? I know I'm about an hour late from my normal time, but I still wanted to get on here, see what's going on. My wife and I had a bit of a plumbing emergency today where the plumbing line that comes into the house and the one that is going out from the foundation, well, it's settled and the pipes don't line up anymore. And so we had sewage flooding our hardwood floors, which was freaking awesome. So there's that. That was $1,000 to get to stop. And then we ended up it's going to be another $3,000 to redo all the piping, but it needed to be redone. It's like 70 years old. So that's on the to-do list. But yeah, that's how my day's been going. Also, my day, I did get some info, which was good. I messaged my doctors after having some MRIs and stuff. So I kind of told you guys before that I've had some health issues going on with my autoimmune stuff, and also still dating back to the lightning strike in June of 2018. And apparently the issues I've been having, they're now diagnosing loosely as narcolepsy type 2. Apparently, I don't know, they have to keep waiting, so they have to do some other tests. They did a sleep test and stuff, but I just was I just wanted to tell you guys that, because on the live streams I felt really bad lately. I've been getting so tired. Like, I'll sit down fine and then I get so tired that I'm like falling asleep. And yeah, so I wanted to let you guys know, if you see me doing that, tell me to get up, because that's really going to be the only thing that'll help. Like if we go walk around the fish room or whatever. But other than that, they're trying to work on like ways to help me sleep. I got a CPAP machine too, because I've got the neurological version of sleep apnea, where it's my brain that's like basically like right before you fall asleep, you get that, you go into a form of paralysis. It's called sleep paralysis, and it's so you don't get up and walk around when you're having dreams. Well, right when you go into our REM, or rapid eye movement sleep, your body tenses up a bit, and then you kind of relax and you're locked into sleep paralysis. Well, apparently, when you have narcolepsy, another big thing is like you can actually not get locked in and get up and walk around. So that's another sign, like talking in your sleep and stuff like that. I thought narcolepsy was like in the movies where you're like all the time, but apparently it's being really, really tired a lot of the time, and your brain actually turns off and starts to enter sleep while you're like mid-sentence. And so I don't really know what to do with that info yet, but I wanted to share it with you guys, especially since if you guys have watched the channel for a long time, you know that I've had a kind of a, I don't know, I wouldn't call it platform, but like a campaign or whatever. But I've been pro. I mean, you do you, but if you are someone who uses substances and needs to stop, then I've been very supportive of that. But to each their own. For me, when I was younger, I had issues, and that's why also I felt the need to share all this, because I didn't want people to worry like, uh-oh, is he like on something, or whatever, all drugged up on something, or did they give him some pills or something. So the meds are messing with my sleep, because steroids keep you up a lot and make you all wired and zany from my lupus. But then apparently I didn't know it could just come out of the blue years after a head injury, but because it was a really severe head injury, yeah, they think that that's probably what's going on. Like they watched actually one of the live streams that I took off. It's still like online, but I took it from being promoted or whatever in the analytics to just unlisted. But yes, Getty Nona, am I allowed to drive? I am for now, but with an official diagnosis, they would not let me drive for 6 months until they saw like what the full implications were. In our state, it's a seizure that causes you not to drive, like right off, like you don't have a choice, they just take it, or obviously a Dewey or whatever. But yeah, so I wanted to let you guys know that I'm kind of scared, just in the sense that like I travel, I talk. I've never had anything like that happen when I'm standing and like engaged with a big crowd that gives me an adrenaline rush. But with you guys, it's really easy to, you know, just relax and talk and keep on rambling and almost get into a meditative state. So I wanted to let you know about that. And I, ever since the head injury, like I get tired really easily. Like I could not work a 9 to 5 straight through anymore. I can work an hour and then rest for a half hour and then work for 4 and then take another one off and then work another 4. And that's what I tend to do. And that's why I love the fact that you guys have allowed me to make YouTube my primary income now, my primary job. Like the YouTube stats this month, I just want to thank you guys. I've been working really hard on it too, and also staying up crazy hours. And my wife works in the day. I tend to stay up all night working on videos. I just have always stayed up at night as an artist. I don't know why. I love just when the world was asleep. That's when I'd always paint and stuff the most. It always just made me feel really like alive and like I wasn't gonna miss anything, if that makes sense. I don't know. Some people are just day people, some people are night people, but I love to be awake when the sun goes down and awake when it comes back up, and go fishing at night and go collecting in the morning or whatever. I just that's me. So yeah. Well, how are you guys doing? Uh Jess, what's going on? Aquatic Morning Show. My good friend Jess, who plays my fishery videos on her show, the Aquatic Morning Show. If you guys don't know it, it's always a good group of people hanging out, just chatting about fish stuff, sometimes not fish stuff, but any events going on, anything that's new in people's fish room. A lot of times people get up on there, even if you're new to the community, and share what they're keeping and what they're up to. So I want to give a little shout out to Jess. Obviously, she's been a friend for probably going on 4 or 5 years now. So I appreciate her greatly. And she's the one who's stuck with it out of her group. She's kind of had people come and go in and out of, like, her shows and her stuff. And she's the one who sticks through it all and keeps coming back. She's like one of those clowns that you hit and it like goes down and then it goes joop. She just keeps going, Energizer Bunny style. I don't know how she does it with her whole family and everything, but good to see you, Jess, as always. ABC Biotope Creations. Man, talk about a killer fish setup. You are inspiring me. So if you guys haven't checked out ABC Biotopes either, man, the river hill stream tank that you've got is crazy. I don't know if you've got it on all your platforms, but I think it was Instagram and TikTok. You have some shorts that really caught my attention. I saw it and I didn't even see who had made it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to create that. Like, I've never created a flow in a tank quite that severe as the one you have, but I think it would keep the fish in such a more dynamic and interesting, like, biotope, especially the North American ones. Plus, with the water moving that much, you would keep so much oxygen in the water. They'd probably be all colorful and beautiful. And bugs like scuds, or those aren't bugs, but little creatures, little cephalopods and amphipods, and what are the other ones? The sea ostracods. They do better in flow because food comes to them. It like blows down with the current, gets stuck in between the rocks, and then it is eaten up by whatever's living down in the substrate, or by like loaches or catfish or whatever. But hello, oh, we have a celebrity here, Drake. What's going on? Sky Dancer, Mick M. What's up, buddy? How's it going over there across the pond? Emma the Sea Witch, Nirvana Aquatics, Moose. Also, D's Aquatics, how's it going? Good to see you. Nano Aquarium Guy, always good to see you. Linda Worth, what's up? Michelle Barnhill, hey. Andy, hey. Hey, ho, hey, hi, ho, hey there. Gary Stein, hello. Or Stein. Sketty Nona, what's going on? Your average fish keeper, good to see you as well. And guys, Nirvana Aquatics, yeah, stimulants can help. I know, with the narcolepsy and the insomnia and all that. So can like Ambien and stuff like that. I'm very resistant to take medications that are psychoactive, so that impact your mind frame. I have an addictive personality. If you can't tell, these are mini cans. They're little 6-ounce cans. But yeah, and now I'm going on to, oh, gasp, it's Friday night. I'm going to have 2 sodas worth of soda. But yeah, First Class Fish, how's it going? Rye Guy, also good to see you, man. Welcome. Mel, good to see you as well. Amisa, Liam, sounds like me. A bit different, but I can't really absorb nutrition from food, and I just get exhausted. So like what do they call that? When you, oh man, my vegan girlfriend always had the one with iron, where you can't absorb iron, or where you're not getting enough iron. Anemia, or hypoglycemia or hyperglycemia. Either of those can also do it. But yeah, that's a bummer. But I feel your pain. I feel everybody's pain who's got medical problems. Yeah, definitely. On that note, on the screen, Liam, I don't have a problem with herb. I would do it if it helped. It just doesn't seem to help me really that much. It just kind of makes me lazy. Or not lazy, but it makes me hyper focused, and pretty soon it'll be friggin' 3 hours and I'm like working on something, and that's not necessarily a bad thing all the time. But for me, I just don't have the money to spend on it with how much I spend on Dr. Pepper and fish. But I have friends who are still in that business and stuff, so maybe I'll give it another go, especially neurological stuff. They're really finding it can help a lot. So, and I'm in Washington. Why? What's up? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, you're in Spanaway. Yeah. Aquarium Co-op up here, if you come visit it, he's always got a good mix of mutt guppies and endlers that are just, they're good quality, but they're mutts, and they're like, I don't know, $4.99 or $5.99 a piece, I think. But there's some really pretty genetics, because it all came from his like projects at his fish farm at his house. So there's that. Reef the Sea Forever, welcome, good to see you. And also, why is this not alerting me all the way? But Geek Boy, good to see you, man. Jeff Kane, what up? Let's see. Oh, I forgot to tell you that I'm running to Dallas tomorrow to a reptile show to see my frog guy to get some more milk frog babies. Oh, right on. Your frog guy, huh? What's he like? What you want? Huh? I got poison dart. I got bull. Yeah. Honey Grommies, good. Growing quicker than expected. Right on, Jeff Kane. That's cool. My honey Grommies spawned too, except I think my betta fish babies are growing way faster and ate a lot of the fry. So we'll see how many grow out of there, because the betta babies are growing at a rate I've never seen. Like, they're 4 weeks old and they're like almost a 1/4 inch already, and like with color and pattern showing, which will be their first pattern. Usually baby bettas have like a pattern for about I don't know, like a month, and that's their like fry pattern. And then after that, there's like a 2 to 3 month like stripy period for a lot of the females, and then kind of like base color for the males, and then usually at like 6 months to a year they'll just flip and like change 180 degrees. Like you'll see what they're going to be adult wise. But I think that's probably like as babies in the wild, like they'll wait till the wet season or the dry season or whatever, till the next chunk of season when they're going to be ready to be mature. And so they have coats that are less elaborate. And so that way they don't get eaten by predators while they're waiting to look all gussied up for the big ball where they meet their mates. Okay, here are the comments finally. Rye Guy, new member, welcome. Thank you so much. Slow clap. I don't want to blow out the speaker too loud for you guys. But thank you so much. Really do appreciate that, my friend. All the memberships I can get, all the members I can collect. We can build an empire, my friends. Let's see here. Oh, right on, Jeff. You got lucky with some old fish room stuff that somebody got. All right, ABC Biotope, the riverman himself, the native man himself. There are some update shorts of that stream tank and my new swamp biotope on YouTube Shorts. There's also a stream tank playlist with the build video on it. Right on. Yeah, people should check that out. Check out ABC Aquatic Biotopes channel with those builds, because that is a legit setup. D-Rock, welcome, man. That's a legit setup that I really, really am envious of. I want it. Come to my house and build it for me. No, I'll take a look at how you built it. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know how you built it. I've usually opted for power heads and then like a out or return flow pipe into a canister filter, and maybe a hang off the back on the far end of like a 20 long or a 30, or a 40 breeder I've even done. But the 40 breeder was more of like a true hill stream in the sense of like currents coming around. So what I would do is I'd always put a big rock on one end. You guys, if you've been watching for like 5 or 6 years, when I started, I had one like that. And I'd have two power heads, two 250 gallons an hour power heads pointing at opposite corners. So they'd go across, and then I'd just from where they're aiming at the corner, I'd have them hit just off of that. So then they'd cross paths, and they'd make this crazy like ribbon effect in the center that really oxygenated the water a lot. So much so that I didn't need like airstone or anything in there, even for the unheated fish. And I'd keep like Pandagaras and Dania, a few different hill stream Danios, and like the little Sri Lankan trout fellas, the trout Danios or whatever they're called. What are those things actually called? But in any case, that's what's up. Michelle, hello. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Been night feeding Dan or Dario's. Maybe you mean Danios, or maybe you mean Dario's. Baddest. Pistos and Killies over there got. Oh yeah, Dario got 6+2 Dario when you ordered from. Oh, you can order. Yeah, I forgot. You can order from Aquarium Glazer. You lucky duck. I was at Aquarium Co-op of all stores, which is always busier than all get out, and that place. Usually I struggle to find any like females. If I'm trying to make a pair and they let you pick, what's in the tank, like rarely do I see what I need to make a pair of like the kind of common fish. But I got another scarlet baddest female finally, and it's been so long now. It's been like, I don't know, a year since I had a female that would spawn. I have a female, but she just won't spawn with the male. And I had to split them up because she was just getting all torn up by the male. He was just a jerk. Rayburn, hello. Elaine, hello. Welcome. Aquadicted, hello. How are you? Aquadicted. Yeah, okay. That's how I should say that, I guess. Let's see here. What are you saying here? I'm pretty excited this week to get to the strains of guppy in the fish room. Right on. Right on. That is always fun. Oh, nice. Average fish keeper. My baby axolotls hatched Christmas Eve and are at 1.5 and biggest almost 2.25 inches. Nice. Night Owl Aquatics. Hello. How's it going? Thanks for thanking folks for their membership. Thank you for your membership. Thank you all who are here that are members. I really do appreciate it. The Dawn 21. Hello. Welcome. Who else is sneaking in here? All right, so if you guys want to get a hold of me, try Angie or angriacods and more. I don't actually know what an angriacod is. That is interesting. Is it a flower? It sounds like a bug, or a little creature. Have you ever bred honeycomb catfish? The driftwood ones, I've kept them. I've not bred them. They are notoriously hard to breed in that they need pHs. They generally say, I don't know why I regurgitate this info. I read it online and I hear it from some breeders, and I know that they will breed at like a 3.5 or 4 pH if you slowly work them down there, just like black coffee, black water. But they are, fickle. And I don't know, like people used to say rams that you needed to have, 85-degree water and a pH of 6 to get them to spawn. And now, well, obviously now they're breeding them in like Florida and stuff. So I don't know. But woodcats, yeah, it's said that they need like under 5.0 pH to spawn. And when you get that low, there's things start working a little differently than, in your typical aquarium, your typical normal aquarium. So there's, some special considerations. But I think I did a species profile on Tatia mosaica and Tatia galaxia, or galaxia, which are the other driftwood cats. They're all really similar driftwood cats, as far as I've seen. Now, I know in Germany, I've seen posts on forums, and then also in New Zealand, maybe? I saw that some folks had gotten the orca or ninja, whatever you want to call it, cats to breed, and that was really impressive to me because I only ever got one baby that was not intentional. I mean, it just showed up one day and was like yay big, and I was like, oh, hello, little one. And that happens a lot when there's what do you call it? Like a biotope, I guess, when you set up a tank, like a hill stream or whatever, when you set it up right and you got a lot of rocks or hiding spots and things, a lot of times, like the best way to breed a few fish, I mean, not breeding for profit or anything, but you'll just, just make them what they live in the wild. And then all of a sudden you'll be like, oh, I found 4 extras when I moved the tanks or whatever, when I move things around. Oh, you got some Goodeids and some Tiger Lamias. Right on, Moose. I've got the you've also got a cool little niche live bear from the Haitian, or from Haiti, in the guppy family. Is it the Picta? The Para Posiliata, or is it Parapociliata? Or pseudo-Posiliata. I can't remember what the family group is, but there's some cool ones out there in the Caribbean that look like guppies, but they're not. Like there's little red and orange ones, swamp guppies, fire guppies, as they're called sometimes. Really cool stuff that exists that's just not really in the hobby, and I wish it were more. And that brings me to what I wanted to talk about tonight, which was the idea of what the heck should I do with my fish room? I'm feeling that like 7-year itch, the 2-year itch of being in the house. And I had these grand dreams when we got the house that I was going to have the money to plumb and make the fish room drip automated, so the water changes wouldn't be a factor in my time and the lights would all be on their timers and everything. And that's just not the case. I add things way too piecemeal. Maybe it's like I said, my artist scatterbrain, but I'll do one thing and then hardcore for a day or two or a week or a month, however long. And then I'll just like start a new project altogether. I'm terrible with that. So yeah, just something that I want to ask you guys what you'd like to see in the fish room, because honestly I kind of keep it as a gallery or as a like a a palette to draw from, so that if I want to do a species spotlight or talk about blackwater or whatever it may be, they'll have a tank with an example of that ready. But I don't always do that because sometimes I'm like in some crazy manic breeding of guppies project or breeding, whatever it may be. I just don't have enough room or time in my life to do all the awesome things I want to do in the hobby. Uh, so I'm guessing that Jeff Kane, did you drop did you buy some memberships for people or something, or did somebody? Because I'm seeing people saying thank you, and then I also saw a membership, but I'm on StreamYard, and StreamYard is freaking awful at telling me anything about like when somebody donates memberships. It doesn't tell me, and it drives me freaking insane. But thank you regardless. And if you didn't, forget I said anything, but thanks for being here. Hey Kenny, what's going on, man? How's it going? I'm doing okay. I told folks at the beginning, maybe whoever came in also. Oh, I saw beige sheep in here too. Hey, what's going on, friend? And Mock 389, what's going on, other friend? John From, what's going on, friend? So I was gonna say that Jeff Kane must have done it because he's the man. Uh, do the things that excite you, then we can also get excited. Oh, Amisa, that's very sweet of you. That's probably what will happen, just because I'm selfish. No, because it makes better content. You're right. When I'm really excited about a project, it's more fun. How do I get my half beaks to breed? I I just threw them in there. They're live bears. Most of them are. There's one or two species that are not, but I just get them to do it by putting lots of cover for the babies. Their mouths are kind of upturned, and also they'll slam headlong into the glass no matter how freaking big of a tank you give them. But I do want to show you guys a project I'm working on, and it's the most boring project to a lot of people, but to some people they'll be like, wow, that's cool. I didn't know you could do that indoors, or I didn't know you could do that, period. So I want to show you guys what I'm doing right now in the half beak tank, and I want to show you guys what's going on in the fish room. We're gonna go mobile. I'm going mobile. Sharkfin Adventures, welcome. Cheers. Come on in. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends, except when it does, which is every single time. The half beaks. Yeah, I've got the platinum ones right now, and they haven't had babies for me yet. But the normal golden wrestling half beaks, they have babies all the time. Scuba Steve-O, what's going on, man? Welcome. Oh yeah, memberships given out. Thank you so very much. Aye, laddie, it's very nice. But yeah, oh, what I was gonna say is, yeah, because Kenny's here. I was gonna have to call Kenny and talk to him and tell him a bunch of things, anyways. But yeah. So one thing that happened is I had mentioned to him, I'd talked to him and a couple other close friends, like, man, I was literally falling asleep the last few streams. I don't know what's wrong with me. Well, I went to the doctor, same sleep study doctor that got me on the CPAP and stuff. Well, they did a CT scan and an MRI scan, redid those, checked a bunch of CMP, comprehensive metabolic panel. Yeah. and blood work and stuff. And then they found that my testosterone was like, what was it, 62 parts per million. It should be at like 5 to 900. I mean, whatever. It should be somewhere between 400 and 900 for my age, male. And that has to do with the pituitary gland getting fried, essentially, when I got hit by the lightning. The head injury slash literally the lightning hit me in the face, shattered all the teeth, all the bottom teeth, like shattered. A lot of them fell out that day, but or kind of crumpled, if that makes sense. And then I had to get the pieces removed. And now I'm getting hopefully at the end of next month, maybe the beginning of April, I'm finally going to get 10 implants on the bottom and one on either side up here, so I can snap in dentures for the top. And then I need to remove these because these are all crowns. I literally have no teeth that aren't crowns left, and I have no teeth on the bottom because of they said it's like thinking of like a hot plate going into cold water. Like if you pull something out of the oven and put it into the sink or something, if it was like burning, it would shatter. That's exactly what happened to the enamel on my teeth. And then all the little micro cracks, cavities formed over the last 3 or 4 years. So all the freaking root canals and crowns I paid for were useless. I should have just yanked them in the first place, it turns out. But back to the topic that I wanted to touch on one more time before we get into the meat and potatoes of the show. But the sleep study doctor thinks that I might have what they call type 2 narcolepsy, which is basically being really tired, and then when you're in the middle of something, all of a sudden, because you haven't been sleeping like deeply at all from a neurologically reason, your brain turns off, and so you like lose track of your sentences and your thoughts, or you drift off from like mid sentence thinking about one thing, and you'll start talking like in a dream, like non sequiturs, and then you'll kind of catch yourself and be like, oh. So apparently that's a pretty classic case of that, and it's known with head injuries. So I want to apologize because that's a recent development. And I was watching my own playbacks, and I was kind of like, damn, I look like drunk or something in some of the past ones, live streams last month or so. But the main thing is to get up, move, keep blood flowing. That should overcome that in the short term, but in the long term, it's rest as always. Yeah, sketty, exactly. It becomes impossible to follow conversations. Yeah, it'll be like my wife will ask me something while we're watching TV, and I'll be like, she'll be like, what do you want to do tomorrow? Is it okay if we go over to so and so's? And I'll be like, yeah, I think we should. What color? And she's just like, what is wrong with you? So we were both kind of worried for a while, honestly. But the fact that I have a lucid brain part of the time, at least, most of the time, at least, makes me feel better. I mean, I could be a potato right now after the way the lightning did me in, and then hitting my head afterwards. But Danikin, I have never seen you drink in hand in 5 years I've known you, Alex. I'll vouch for you. Yeah, no, I don't drink. I'll smoke occasionally, like but very rarely. Like I don't think anybody, yeah, nobody has. I mean, because I haven't. So yeah, nobody would have even seen me. I don't think I have even in 5 years. But yeah, like the Mary Jane, that is. But people are saying I should give it a try. And actually the neurologist was saying it wouldn't hurt for like bedtime to possibly like, I don't know, I guess it slows down the CBDs and a few other of the alkaloids and what are they called, terpenes in it, have some interesting impacts on specifically like uh, epilepsy and neurological stuff. So yeah, but you traded Jane for Dabs. Yeah, well, that's pretty hardcore. All the kids I know, I say kids, I mean anyone younger than me, as everyone does when they say kids. So all them young 34-year-olds, 35-year-olds running around. No, all the people I know that are in their 20s and like teenagers are all doing that or the little pens and stuff. And I've always been a like roll one up with some tobacco kind of guy, and sit at the beach, you know. But I haven't done that for 10 years, so I don't know what I'm saying. Like five for sure, but like maybe 5 years ago, I tried it again and tried a bunch of different medical strains. Um, but yeah, so let's see here. Hold on one sec. Let me take a nice sip of this. Lady Rorschach, hello. Now the party started. Now we can party. Yeah, the other thing is like I don't even take pain medicine most of the time, as some of my friends can attest to. Um, I shouldn't admit it because it's a crime on on the channel, but instead of doing that, like I actually would get poppies from the garden and like have a tea or something when I was really miserable with the spine surgery. But like I didn't want to have anything even resembling synthetics, even when I'm in really bad pain. Just because of my history, but also just because I don't like supporting pharmaceutical companies unless I absolutely have to function. Uh, let's see here. Rye guy. Getting oh, new member, Mr. Monitor. Well, welcome. Oh, you got Willie Nelson on your your profile pic. Awesome. Awesome. Looney Lonnie. Lonnie Looney, what's up? Uh oh yeah. Um where did it go? Oh, right here. I can't seem to find your podcast on Apple. Bob, people have said that a few times to me. A few people have found it. It might just be because it has like no ratings or anything yet, but it is on Apple Music. Is that different than iTunes though? I don't even have an iPhone or anything, so I'm not sure if it's in app or go to the website or what you have to do on Apple in particular. But they accepted our syndication, as they say, and Fishery's definitely on Spotify. Definitely, you can just go to fisherypodcast.com and listen to it there too. I'm trying to think what I mean. There's other streaming services I know it's on for sure. Amazon, I think, has it now too. But I'll check that out. I'll look into that and see what's going on. I'll ask my podcast producers what is going down with that. But I am. We're gonna go rogue. She's going rogue. And we're gonna take a look at the fish room. Show you guys what's up. Again, if you guys have questions, hit the at Fishery. That's the new one. It might be because someone else has. Yeah, I saw the sports fishing one, and you know what? I actually had registered my name before him, and so I was kind of surprised that they let us both have it. Because then when my friend tried to sign up for it again, like to see if he could, like, is this just endless? Can there be a bunch of things named the same? They wouldn't let him. So I don't know if that's like a bug, because there is a guy who has episodes from like September of last year onward who's been doing his sports fishing called Fish Story, and he means it as like he's telling a fish story. Um, but I've had the fishery series now for 2 years, and also like bought some domain names, and I've published under it video and then also articles I've written for a few different like groups. So I could probably easily like say, hey, look, I've had this for a while. But I'm sure I'm not the one who invented it, obviously. So maybe someone had it before me. Oh, thank you. I gave you a rating on Spotify and it randomly starts playing in the night. The wife does not appreciate that. Oh, well, thank you, but sorry, I guess. Uh, yeah. Hey, Metal Fish, thank you. Hey, man, natural meds, natural tanks. That's kind of my theory, you know. I'm all better living through chemistry and all that, but I don't like the companies. They're pretty freaking evil, a lot of them, and like more than I'm mad at like your corner peddler that has caused many of my friends to pass away. Well, they caused themselves to pass away. But I would say that the doctors and lawyers and businessmen who knew exactly what they were doing and then like kept doing it anyways and then made billions of dollars or millions of dollars as consultants and things for those companies. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and be mad at them over the pharma issues in the country right now. But you know, if I have to say, like, if it weren't for that, like prednisone, old medication now, man, it really helped out. That's for sure. Uh, yeah, thank you so much, Metalfish. I appreciate it. Right, guy? Oh, you gave me a donation. It didn't show up. Uh-oh. Let's see here. I'm gonna double check, but yeah, I didn't see it either, obviously. I try to shout it out when I can because I appreciate it so much. You know, I was actually just talking about the what do you call it? Well, the price of medications and stuff is wild, but I am going to Mexico and I am metal fish. Uh Good words to live by. I agree. Uh, Big Pharma controls America, but we have fish. That's right, we do. Yeah, Frontline has done some excellent stuff on the opioid crisis. A lot, you know, they really do a lot of good stuff on a lot of content, a lot of different subjects. I love Channel 9, KCTS, PBS, whatever you want to call it. Channel 9 is where it's always been out here. The other thing I was gonna say, the other things that I have, what I'm weighing in my life, like, of course, today, if you missed the beginning of the story too, our house, I was in the shower, and all of a sudden, the shower water started backing up, and I was like, oh man, the drain's clogged. Darn wife with all her long hair. I can finally say that now that I've got shorter hair. And I thought, okay, the drain's gonna be plugged up with hair. So I start like untwisting the drain. All of a sudden, bubbles come up. Yeah, it's the bad kind of water. And then I hop out of the shower naked, and I start plunging the toilet, hoping that that will help because they're right next to each other. Old line. Then the toilet, all of a sudden, all the water that had been in the bathtub overfills out of the toilet. And there was like yay much in the bathtub. So we had the brown water, as they call it, the black water, brown water, gray water. They call it gray water. That's it. That go all over our freaking hardwood floors and slate floor. Like it came out of the bathroom around the corner. So then I had to fix that. Anyways, long story short, $1,000 later today, out of our savings. And then obviously I said I'm getting my teeth done. So the main thing that I have to decide about the fish room and this year is like, which events do I go to versus what stuff do I want for the fish room for the channel? Like, what's better content? Do you guys like it if I go to an event and you guys get 3 or 4 videos out of a trip or traveling? And hopefully, I'll still be going to some talks. I've got some talks lined up with local fish clubs around the country. And hopefully, you know, I can go catch some, you know, bring my stuff and go wild fishing for natives. Hopefully in Mexico, I'm going to be in Goodyear territory. So maybe I'll get some interesting footage or stuff there. Plus, I'm going to be on a very pretty tropical ocean. Although I don't do much saltwater stuff. I just don't know what the fish are. I could film you guys stuff. But I'd be like, look at that pretty fish, and those pretty fish, and this other pretty fish. But yeah, I do know a fair amount about the nature of like the plants and animals, though, so that should be fun. Anyways, I've never been to tropical Mexico, so I'm pretty excited to stop being in 50-degree rain, 50 to 30-degree weather here, rain, drizzle, darkness all the time, and go down there for a week. It was like so affordable. We split a house with 5 friends. 5 of us are splitting it, and it was 200 a person, I think, for the week. So, and it's a nice house, so that's cool. Hopefully, we don't get kidnapped and whatever cut into fish bait, but because we're not staying in the tourist part of Puerto Vallarta, we're driving an hour and a half north. All right, so yeah, Anjum, Danielle, hello, welcome. And also I want to say oh, you got tequila goodieds. Yeah, I'm gonna be where the tequila goodieds live. Like same okay, same state. It's a fairly big state, but they're farther inland, so I won't be where they're at. But I will be where the other, oh man, why am I spacing on their name? Not the San Marcos, but the butterfly split fin. What the heck are they called? Amica splendens. I will be on the Amica River, and we will be going up it far enough to where there's actually some springs where they last saw the fish. Now, from what I've heard, that area is very Anjum, thank you. I'm glad I got the name right, but I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, I'm excited to go see what's there. You know, where I really want to go is Nicaragua. Lake Nicaragua is bonkers. You know, there's an endemic shark that lives in Lake Nicaragua. Man, I'm a mumbly mouth. In Lake Nicaragua. Oh man, I'm gonna be in trouble. Lake Nicaragua. Jesus. And it's they thought it was its own species until the 70s, and then they figured out that the bull sharks could actually go up the river. So how terrifying is this? There are bull sharks that are 12 to 15 feet that go up the river, and there's rapids in the river, and they have to gain I think it's like 400 feet of elevation and like 350 miles to get all the way up the way they'd have to go, and they jump like salmon up the rapids, and that had never been documented. And I was just reading about how there are such tough cichlids in Lake Nicaragua, and it sounds like I need to get up and take us on a walk. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but it seems like that would be a really cool biotope to go snorkel and check out. Nicaragua. Yeah. Daniel Sosa, thank you. Thank you for the help. All right. You might want to mute your yeah, the bull sharks are all the way to the Missouri River now. Apparently they're like saltwater, freshwater don't care, gonna party everywhere. Oh no, I'm gonna eat people in Indiana. What the heck? Daniel Sosa. Okay, let's go take a look at the aquariums and plug your ears in case there's feedback. I don't know why it does it. I turn off the mic, I mute it, and then we go to the other one, and yeah, I think it was it the Hudson River or the Delaware? It was one of the rivers on the eastern seaboard in between New York and DC, I want to say, somewhere, where the ML, welcome and thank you, and Alpha Beeb 43, welcome all also, or oh wait, no, it's Alla Beeb. Sorry, I thought it said Alpha. Alabib, hello, welcome, and yeah, all the way from Egypt, right on. That's awesome. I love your mouth brooders, by the way. Top level mouth brooders. I have some old videos about ancient Egypt, and their husbandry of fish, and them keeping elephant nose marmorids, and there's more archaeology coming out now, and they know now that the entire complex of all electrical signaling fish there, the knife fish, the Peter's eye, the what's the other one, the Oscilla, or not coelacanths, but the Oscilla something. Anyways, there's a number of them, and puffers were revered in ancient Egypt, and there were laws just like cats. You do not eat them, and they do not find the scraps in scrap heaps archaeologically, middens as they're called. They don't find them. They wondered if they were even in the river, if maybe they were introduced from some other river farther south in Africa. And then they found about 2 years, well, they actually found it in the 60s, but someone went over the archives and found that there were over 1,000 marmorid mummies in these jars, just dried out fish jerky, basically. But yeah, they were seen as a sacred fish, and there's carvings and statues made out of jade and stuff of them. All right, plug your ears, guys. Let's make sure the lens is clear too. And this lens too. Everybody wants to rule the world. There's a room where the light can find you, holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. I'll be there, I'll be right beside you. So glad we almost made it. So glad we All right. Can you guys hear me? Papa, can you hear me? So, we'll start off in here. Papa, can you hear me? Everybody wants... Oh, that algae's growing quick. Oh, and this tank is cold as heck. What is going on in here? What is happening in here? You guys are not happy, I bet. Whoa. Higer, don't fail me now. Let's see here. What's going on? Something smells like burning. That's not good. Okay. What is going on? Emergency, guys. This tank is like 70 degrees. Too cold for angels. Oh, there's a lot growing on this. You guys get to see all the warts and blemishes on this channel because I don't hide it. I'm too lazy. But I bet you something is in this heating element. This is the Higer that I've yet to do an official review for because I haven't had, well, I've had it over a year now. I should do their official review. the thing heats amazingly and it beeps when it's screwed up, which is great. But the casing that it's built in, you can see there's a metal heat sink transfer. I ripped one apart. They gave me two. But then on these other ends, there's an area for water flow, but snails get in there and they can get on the sensor and they can cause the sensor to go haywire. So, oh yeah, there's something in there. So let me grab something real quick. Oh, it looks like a little red root floater started to grow in there. I wonder if that'll take care of it. Also, just push water through. But usually, when this thing's going haywire, it's the warning system that there's not enough flow and that the heat's getting too hot. That's like what it's designed to do. And then it turns itself off. But it's usually because, oh, yep, snail. I bet he. I'm back. I don't know what happened. Hold on. Let's get rid of this one. But yes, there's a snail in here. Damn dirty snails. This is a big old heater. This thing's good for up to like 120 gallons. I'm using it on a 50 gallon. Corey Miller, welcome. Let's see here. How do I get this screen? Why is it not responding to my touch? Your touch, you're out of touch, you're out of time. Why? What? Come on. Layout. No, that's the wrong one. There we go. Finally. Okay. So, looks like there's also a leaf in the casing. And a human cries in the ghetto. In the ghetto. And don't you want to run the sun? Are we too blind to see? There's a young man growing to be a young, angry young man in the ghetto. In the ghetto. Get off, snail. Sorry, guys. Detour here. This is why you declare war on snails. I declare war on snails. I declare war on the. What is that? World War III. Be all that you can be. Okay, now everything's cleared off. Why are you still beeping, man? Oh, I got another red root floater coming out. What's with this? Why'd they grow into here? So, in reviewing this, I would say, unless you have a gabillion plants like me, and you allow them to take over your life, I really like this heater. It's a bit big and unsightly. Well, I don't know about unsightly. It's a bit big. But the price is right, and it's never failed me in a way that is a problem. It's failed me in things like this, where the sensor, where it cuts off. And I'd much rather have a heater cut off than cook my tank or electrocute everything in my tank. We've had enough of that in this household. All right. So washing it off, rinsing it off, swishing it off should take care of all this. So now let's put it back into its spot on its side. and we'll see what happens. Oh, we got another snail out of there, guys. Okay, let's see. Why is it still angry? This looks like an old, like, Die Hard movie. Like, this is like the detonator. All right, let's see here. What the heck is that? 15? What would 15 be? Not Celsius. The thing is, wait, are these degrees? This must be yeah, that's Celsius. How do we get to Celsius? I don't know. But we'll put it at 26, 27. Let's just see if that'll... Ah! Yeah, I unplugged it already, but we'll try that again. Oh, wow, it stopped, guys. How cool is that? Actually, might actually be working. Yeah, and it's back to Fahrenheit score. All right. So, thoughts on this tank? Thanks for bearing with me, guys. Andrew Chevalier, hello. I want to redo it in that the terrace is not working. One thing I've been doing in here, so I want you guys to take a look because I'm going to show you and compare what they look like. So check out the flower on this plant. This is Rubens, and it has sharp diamond almost shaped petals with little white dots, okay? Over here, this kind on this Ludwigia repens, it has rounded petals. They're oval. Well, that is really the only way to tell them apart other than putting them in high CO2 in the water. And oh, I thought that algae was like a problem in the tank. It's just growing on whatever's floating here. I pulled it out of there. That's why. Okay, back on track. So this, if we can see it, look at that purple growing happy and healthy. That purple crispus, Aponogeton crispus. Ryan, welcome. Hello. Oh, you like the one from hey Coro, what's up? Are you saying you like first class fish? Are you saying you like the one from Aquarium Co-op? I have 2 of those now. Just bought them. And I haven't set them up yet, but they are almost identical to Higer's smaller ones. This is a 500 watt heater. It comes in 300, 400, 5, all the way up to 700, I think, or 800 in the same casing, which is weird to me because you could get that same brick and that's pretty small for 800 watts of heating. I mean, you could have your whatever, however big of a tank you want, up to like 150, 180 gallons probably. This water is so cold right now, though. I feel bad for these fish. The angels I thought would be like miserable, but everybody seems okay other than like these guys are a little colored. The colors, yeah, the colors fading in some of them. But yeah, all right. Alex, focus. Stop the side chatter, sir. All right, I think we got it figured out. Did somebody gift memberships again? Because if you did, thank you. If you didn't, just ignore me. And thank you anyways for being here. So if you guys watched the update I did a while back, I got this Crypt Albida red, and I love this stuff, but it gets huge. So I wish I had a bigger tank. I mean, even though this tank is 2 feet deep, I wish I had a bigger tank. Same with the Barclaya longifolia. This is another one of my absolute favorite plants. It is beautiful. It's a green that's a metallic green that you just is otherworldly. And the leaves, like here's one that's falling apart that probably the pleco's shredded trying to eat algae off of it. But this plant is so underrated in the hobby. It is brilliantly metallic magenta on one side, and then it is like this bizarre metallic green that just it's so hard to capture. It's like bucephalandra kind of. And it'll grow like this up to 2 feet, and then the leaves can be up to 3 feet long. So it's a cool plant. Oops, I guess I'm smushing some of it, but anyways, it's a cool plant. And then there's another one in here too. There's another plant altogether that is another crypt that is more delicate. It's like a lily. And it has purple on the other side, and I'm spacing on the name. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, so in here, oh good, the pencil fish are okay. They're not like discolored. I thought they'd be really bummed. But moving on. All right, so then we've got this shrimp tank, which is where I've been putting everything with algae lately so that it can get cleaned. So I brought a bunch of stuff from my other tanks in the other room into here. And so you can see all the babies are eating on it. Well, I also added, because I was just bored and there wasn't enough activity in the tank for my liking, I added some stir-by-cories. So now there's stir-bys, if you can see back there, that are cruising all throughout the bottom, because I didn't really have a cleanup crew other than the shrimp, and I didn't want a snail explosion. This tank is 4 years old now. 4 years old. It's the deep substrate. I aquascaped it at my old house, and it's terraced 9 inches deep from the back. The front's more like 5 or 6, maybe, probably 5. And then it's got stones, and it was all iwagumi and fancy. And then I just kind of let it go crazy with rare and unusual plants. And now I have rare and unusual plants coming out of my nostrils. I have so many, and I need to start listing them and selling them. Hey, look it on the Lagonandra me boldi. This is the Princess Pink. You see that pink hue that you can only see at a really oblique angle? It just kind of shimmers on the center and then up there. But that is the Princess Pink and silver combo. The silver is right here, and it's metallic silver. This is another one of my very favorite plants. And if you want to see just pure silver, this plant is going on. We got this in 2019. Adam Bauer and we each bought one, and then he shared his cutting with me, and then I think I owe him a cutting. Anyways, so that's what's going on in these tanks. There's the smallest rasbora species in the world in here. So they won't bug the shrimp, but those are the polka dot rasboras. Riga, I am using a Galaxy Note 21 Ultra. That's what it's called. And it's got 21 megapixels, I want to say, but it has 10 times and 3 times optical zoom lenses, and then it has I don't know, 100 times digital zoom, which doesn't mean anything. Honestly, until they get better quality materials or a leap in lens technology, it's not going to matter. Also, everything's throttled through my crap internet. Look at this thing. The megabytes a second. It's crap. It's not Scottish, it's crap. But that's as good as we're going to get right there. 21.1 gigawatt. Jason, what's up, buddy? Was just saying I need to think about what I'm doing with my life. Maybe I'll open a fish store. No. He is Jason, my good friend here,
is the owner of redfishbluefish.shop. Check it out for all your Apisto needs. You guys know that last week. Was it last week or yeah? Last week and the week before, we went there and we looked at all the rare apistos that he has. He imports from Europe, like no one in the country does that. So that's pretty cool. But in any case, I was going to show you guys the teeny tiny, itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot rasbora. And there's a bunch of baby shrimp that were just hatched. So, because as we saw that one that was on the Logonandra Mi Boldai Pink Princess Silva, sounds like a reggae song. Like, check out this. Oh, you guys can't probably see it on the phone. Dang it. This is a copper carolensis. Logonandra carolensis. It looks like hammered copper or bronze is on this green leaf. And then from a certain angle, if you guys can see the leaf back in there, look at that. It looks like actually someone hammered it and it's made out of metal. It is such a cool plant. That's a wild variant. This pink princess silver nonsense is a rare captive plant. The happy-go-lucky guppy. Hello, welcome. Come on in. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Come inside, come inside. I don't know if we're gonna get to see the little yellow dot, the little polka dot yellow rasboras. That's a really epic name for a not so epic fish. They're really just a 3-spot rasbora that's tiny. Here's another pregnant shrimp, though. What's interesting about this shrimp line that I got from I got this shrimp line from Grant Eder at the Garden of Eder, and these guys, they're definitely Blue Dream line, but I think somebody crossed Blue Velvet in them at one point because they also throw Rillies or Rileys. Look at how tiny that little one is with the super blue pigment right on the tip of that Stellatus, Pogo Stemon, Stellatus Dawson's, not octopus or Erectus, but Dawson's. There's this mini indica bonsai also, which is kind of a cool plant. I haven't really looked at that in a while. Hippodroides, limno hippodroids. And then this, I'm just cycling this as all the shrimp on it say, no! That'll be a pre-filter. Ooh, look at all the Malman stuff in there. That'll be a pre-filter for whenever I need the next tank. And this is the Haguayensis, Kabamba Haguayensis that is the newer to the hobby. And then there's the Pogo Furcata Rainbow, and then the Pogo Green and the Pogo Purple. Kabamba. All right. Kabamba, Kabamba, Setsira, Setsira, Setsira. Ala Kabamba, Ala Kabamba, Ala Kabamba, Ala Kabamba. All right. So this is the one-time lake inlay biotope, but then I added Rhamnocentris and these domestic variety of gourami. I moved the thick lip gourami out of here. Here's some more Stellatus Dawson. It almost looks like herb. Look at it. It gets these like buds. And then there's more Haguayensis in here too. Look at that. It's a bushy, beautiful red, like just sunset colors. Peach, red. And these guys are so pretty right now. This is such a nice little strain, this domestic strain. I haven't been running CO2, and because the light's so extreme, I'm kind of curious if we can maintain the carpet, but it's getting thinner. The hair grass is totally fine. Also, this is looking choice. Love this variegated Why can't I think of the name? It starts with an L. Lindernia. And also the Cabamba colorata. And then over here, do we have babies? Mama's going to be pissed if we do, or daddy is. Let's see. I don't see eggs. No eggs. But then we've got all the CPDs. We got the wild Chopra Danios and some from Jason, actually, that are the high-class European ones. Then we got some Rhamnocentris ornatus that are from Papua New Guinea. So I ruined my biotope. But in here, I haven't been able to change water, one, due to health back issues and stuff, but two, due to my laziness and how busy I've been making stuff. But look at how pretty the Lucanusi, not related to cribs at all, as Dr. Lozelle wanted me to tell everyone on my channel. Not related. This guy doesn't look so good. Or gal, I should say. The other ones look fine. What's up? What's gotten into you, boo? But the Lucanusis, they're looking good. They've got yellow, blue, green on them, polka dots, leopard spots, leper spots. What's going on with you? All right. I don't know what's going on with him, but we're going to move him because I'm worried and I don't want whatever he's got going on. Oh, he's got something on his chin. No, I've been disease-free for so long. Gah. Where am I going to put him? Man. Shoot. He's going to go in here because this is a scud tank. He'll have all the stuff he wants. He can breathe from the air. Now I need to burn this net, as I said. But look at how low the water is. So one thing that happens when the water gets this low is you can actually see the fish. Oh, I dropped a packet of something in there. But they bred again. So the moral of the story is abuse your fish. This is the oldest nearite on Earth. This nearite snail is coming up on, focus, coming up on 5 or 6 years old. They usually live like 2 or 3. His shell has been cracked like 30 times. And he still just keeps on cleaning, doing his thing. And he's the size of bigger than a grape. And I guess being neglected is what he likes. So then here's Mama. She may be holding, doesn't look like it right now, but maybe, I can't tell. And then Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat is his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone. Let's give them some food because they've been such good fishies. Not savages. So this is one tank I'm thinking about redoing. I wanted to keep them because, I mean, they're rare. There's the male. He's not colored up, but he's got his red and greens and yellows on his side. They're rare. These are the ones from Lake Koro, next to Lake Victoria. They're haplochromis from Africa. We're going to feed these guys a little bit. Ooh, he just kind of flashed too. I think I'm going to treat this general cure. I hate that. I hate having to treat anything using meds, period, but I don't want anything to get out of control in this fish room. And yeah, it can quickly. So then over here, I wanted you guys to remember the Ludwigia that I showed you. So all the Ludwigia repens and Rubens, repens, and glandulosas in the other room. Well, then we've got another kind here, and size-wise, these flowers are way bigger. No white on them. They are all yellow. And this is the way skinny kind, the narrow leaf, Logonandra. Anyways, what the heck is the name of it? I'm spacing, guys. It's the Logonandra. Anyways, and you can see here, here's the platinum half beaks. They're doing good. They're just chilling, doing their thing. And then this is the Malawa shrimp tank. I added some new plants, some crypts, some random stuff. But mostly this is just where all the Malawa blue and red strain shrimps live and do their thing. I let the water dry out because there's some cory cats in here. I said it was because of laziness, which is true, but all the tanks that I've actually let get very low, like this one, either have gouramis or cichlids or some sort of critter like Corydoras, some critter that's happy when it gets when it gets really messed up low water levels, because they think it's the dry season. Jay Bloomquest, hello. Bloomquest, now there's a South African name or a Dutch name. Let's see here. Turn this up. Hey, look, it's like that Grammys presentation. Ooh, Satan, 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 Satan. Do sex, Satan. Who was the Republican guy that was all worked up over that? It's like, oh, better never go to a Kiss concert. Okay, guys. So, in here, we've got the Tiger Teddy. Oh, no. Lamia. Humpback Lamia. Over here, we got nothing adult because, is it going to let me zoom in? No. But if you watch my video I posted today, this is all those little white dots are the baby bettas that were just born. They're at their sticky head stage, and they are hanging out on the glass. Some of them are hanging out at the bottom doing nothing, and some are still in the remnants of the bubble nests. But they're just chilling, no filter, nothing. And infusoria has been added to their water heavily. And then over here, we've got my scarlet batis. Here is them. This is the little male. And the little female is right here. Let's see if we can get her to come out. They're shy, obviously. And I put quite a bit of cover, but she's a true female that I got at Aquarium Co-op. They only had one, and everyone was trying to figure out what was what. But I knew right off the bat, looking at her fin, at her dorsal fin, you can tell, turn, honey. You can tell when she turns, that dorsal fin isn't sharp. It's rounded. And that's the giveaway, other than having no color. They can have gray stripes, but no blue stripes. And then the males, they color up and color off just depending on mood and who's dominant or whatever. But he should be well dominant by now. And right now, I'm just letting them have low tank water, no aeration, lots of vegetation and growth. And come on, turn. You gonna turn? Turn around, fishy. Anyways, her fins are all rounded, no sharp points on them. That's the giveaway. And she's got a band from her eye to her nostril. That's another good giveaway. It's not 100% that one, but you can see how rounded her fins are versus his. His get pointy, or they end straight at a 90-degree angle. So, anyways, that's what's going on there. Then we got some, all my guppy breeding project. Then the bettas that had the babies are in here. And he's the daddy, and the mom was getting beat up. And obviously I moved them back to this tank. But the mom, where's she at? Here she is. She is right here. And she got a chunk of her tail missing because they were fighting in the tank with the babies in it. But now they're being pretty chill. As I say that, of course, they flare at one another. But they're being fairly chill. They're not actually hurting each other. It's false charges and nipping that's very light because I just fed them in front of you. But that's what's going on in there. They'll be fine. There's enough Sawasser that they'll hide and do their thing. Then we've got the baby bettas. And, you know, this tank is one I'm willing to redo completely. I've got old filters I've been pulling pieces out of. We got room for an extra tank here. And in here, this is the no filter, lowest budget possible shrimp for profit tank. And we started with 15 or 17 shrimp. Then it dropped down to 8 because the power went out in the middle of the winter, right when winter started. And then we rebounded now to 54 yellow shrimp in this 2.5 gallon. So I could easily take half of them and sell them off and leave mostly females in here, which I'll probably do, or probably just move to a bigger tank soon. But also while they're in here, they clean up any mess. I feed them live cultures of microworms. And then the baby bettas that are in here, which, like I said, if you go to my most recent video, you'll see them. But there's one in a log. There's 25 total in here of the baby bettas. And they're doing fine. They're growing out. There's also a few. Oh, wow. This thing's 82 degrees. I thought these tanks were colder than. My touch is off. It's plenty warm in here. Any pink babies, Alex? There might be. Mostly what I'm seeing in their first coat or color, they're in there also to eat this planaria. So hopefully they're somewhere around. I don't even see them like right now. I might have just startled them with all the talking and noise in here. I mean, they're also kind of hard to spot. Some of them are still really small. But here, let's move some things around. Let's move things around so we can find the baby bettas. And they'll eat all of Veneria, all across America. Look at this. I just put food in there for oh yeah, here come the bettas. So they're still little, but they are getting color. They are getting their iridophores so that they shine different colors when you put the light on them. Watch. Most of them, though, are opalescent blue, like this little girl. And you can actually tell their gender when they're really young. Really young. You can see their oviducts straddling them like a saddle, and then under their belly, this void that's like yellow and fatty. Which is kind of interesting because you can't sex them again until then they're adults. But they're not doing a good job of removing these planaria that I'm staring at, and it's going to bug me. So I'm going to feed them to the bettas, the adult bettas. They love planaria in this tank. And me, not so much. Hey, you were just in the front. So yeah, you can see these are the biggest fry now. They're at 6 weeks, 5 weeks. And I'd say a little over 1/4 inch in length. Planaria. All right, we got the planaria in here. The bettas are going to go for them. Everyone's happy except the planaria. They're dead. And then over here, oh, shrimp coat. Yeah, we got more babies coming out now. But a lot of them have this blue color, which is a bit interesting given their parents being mostly reds and Nemos. But like I said, you don't know anything by this point about their color. This is their first color. This is their first color. They've gone from their fry look. Now they're starting to get their plakat colors, their opalescence. For some reason, I tend to breed a lot of white ones with opalescence, and I have no idea why. I mean, there's not a reason for it. I think it might just be the galaxy gene that's on all of these. But this is the mom, or no, of that batch. This is dad, and then mom is not that one, but the one behind her. That's Rasbo. He's the new father. So the father of the ones that are up there. And then the mother of the ones that are up there is the least colorful of these bettas. Where is she at? She's probably hiding because she's the one with the injured tail fin. And honestly, all I do for the injured tail fin is I will just add some catappa leaves to their water and call it good. They'll be fine with that. Then we got the Lucanusi. Just wanted to, oh man, they're so shy about the camera. They hate it. Then we got the betta down there. She's the one with the white eye. It's not a disease. It's like a literal white eye. And then we've got the killifish slash Medaka and other betta tank there. More bettas growing out. Then over here, this stupid whatever it's called, I can't remember the name of this algae. I just hate it. It just grows and ruins your tank. I mean, it doesn't ruin it, but it just grows on everything. And it's fine. I mean, what are they eating? Is it a fish? Don't be a fish. It's a fish. What kind of fish? What kind of fish are the snails eating? I told you guys I hadn't been taking care of the fish room as well as I need to be. It looks like it was it one of the thread fins? The young thread fins? I think it was one of the young thread fins. Anyways, I'm hoping these ones will breed next. The black line cichlids. And then over here we got the little rainbow breeding area. So we can breed more. We got the guppy. We got the scuds. We got the wild pair of Maha chiensis that currently I think there's a mouth brood of in this guy. And then we got a what is it called? Leucopinus. And then over here we've got the gudgeons, the emperor gudgeons. They're pretty shy about the camera. I don't know why. They love live food though, but they're shy about the camera. They don't like the light being on above them. But again, here's that like claudiphora or whatever kind of algae this is. I hate it. It's like the moss ball algae basically, and it just takes over everything like this. It's great for fry, don't get me wrong, and also the fish seem to like eating it, and so do scuds and stuff. But I'm over it. Then we've got the Elosoma tank. They're in here, no filter, nothing, no heater. But again, this room is pretty warm. Again, claudiphora is taking over in this tank too. And this is the one with the Hongsloi and the Somfongzi rasboras, which is a weird mix. I know a lot of people wouldn't do that. Still 78 without a heater, so yeah, they're fine. But in here we've got also the platies in this one and the cherry shrimp all over. The light's off, obviously, but I could turn it on, I suppose. They probably need some light today. They all get natural light, all these tanks get a lot of natural light. And then we got the tank that I want to get rid of, slash replace with either a 55 down here, if it'll fit. It'll be tight space if I put a 55 here. I'll just say that. But I think I want to put a 55 in here and do like discus or geos or something. But these guys are just so freaking mean. I'm going to bring them to the... we needed a fish of the month at our club, and I'm speaking at our club this month. And these guys are just they're pretty, they're cool, thank you, Lawrence Kent, for being a crazy fish collector. But these blue lip buffalo head cichlids are so mean. They're mouth brooders, but they're so mean. Look at that big old mouth. And then these catfish, the cuckoo cats, the Synodontis, they're doing well. They're fun to watch. Here comes another blue lip buffalo. But they're all jerks. I mean, both males and all three females are all jerks. Every one of them. And then let's see, is the Hong's Loei epistogramma going to show off for us? He's back in there. Then all the little Somfong rasboras and Danios, glow light or gold ring Danios are in here. Can we see them? Are they going to show themselves? Oh, and here's the little guy now. He's not very colored up at all. But there we go. That's the little Hong's Loei. And then there's two of them in there, male and a female, hopefully. And then in here, I need to clean the glass, but this again was this is a Caridina shrimp and the Elosoma tank. One of the Elosoma tanks. The other Elosoma tank, we turned the light on just now. They're in here, but they mostly hide all the time. And they'll breed colony style, but you just basically find more adults or like a small adult every now and then. What surprised the heck out of me is that the shrimp have survived platies and elosomas in here. These shrimp are still growing in numbers. I started with 3 red shrimp, cherry shrimp, and they have regrown their population all the way back up. In fact, there's some young elosoma, I think, right in here. There's one right there. If you guys could see it moving back there. There's a little elosoma hunting a scud. But it's a baby. And then these are the bleeding heart Mickey Mouse platies from Aquatic Arts. But yeah, so this tank, I'll probably do a water change and clean out. It looks like they have a little bit of fungi on their food right here from last night that they never ate. I put some Fluval bug bites in, and for some reason they didn't eat them. Oh, also we've got a few of the gouramis in here too, the samurai gouramis that I got back in October at Fishtoberfest. They're still in there. And up here as well. They're doing their thing in a few places. They're getting big in this one. This tank, they're big. The runts I moved away from the others because they just were picking on each other. But yeah, these are the big males. And they're the mouth brooders also. They've got the big throat pouch. But yeah, yeah, John, you want to get rid of yours too? Yeah. This is how it looks like it looks not alive. I mean, I startled him, so he moved, but the wild betta are so different. Look at that body type. And this is the Maha chiensis just chilling. They're they're very similar to like a snakehead. These are true wild ones, which are kind of hard to find sometimes. There's a lot of domesticated ones that people bring in that they say are wild, and if they look too good, they're not wild. You know, if they're just perfect, yeah. All right, let's see here. So, what else is going on? Nothing. That's it. You guys have seen it. I want to also do maybe, this tank, as much as I dig it. There's all this crap. There's such a mess in here. This tank, I need to get out of here. There's just some issues going on. Fissues, if you will. And yeah. Oh, there's a good look at the female. Batis. Behold. Is that planarian? Oh no, it's just a piece of stick. Behold, the female Batis. She has a little bit of luminescence around her cheek and on her pectorals. That is it. Never any red stripes. Not a one. And the Lumia humpbacks, they're hanging out there, doing their thing. So now everybody got to see most of the fish in here. We didn't get to, oh, right here, the red tail loach are all full grown. There's the male. The female's really big. Ooh, look at that Rhamnocentris, how colored up it is. Really happy with the evening, apparently. Showing off to the ladies. These guys lay eggs like a few every day. So I probably should put a spawning mop in here. I don't know if I'd ever collect anything with all these plants. But yeah, so things are going good in there. Even though the plants are really, really thick and need to be thinned again. And again, that's kind of another unusual to rare plant tank with all these Crip spiralis, Crip red tiger, Crip red spiralis tiger, Crip. There's a few different. There's just a bunch of Crips in there. Good thing there's no bloods, right? A red plant being a Crip. So, oh, we need to get that net and dip it in peroxide or bleach as well. But here's $1,000 literally down the drain. And they scratched up our toilet. But yeah, finally clean. So I'm excited for pond season to start and all that jazz. All right, let's bring this thing home. Let me get off here.
Check, check. 1, 2. Chicken, chicken, chicken. All right, we back. We back. Is the Asian water fern related to Anubias? No, it is related to Bulbitis. And distant cousin of Java fern as well. I am not going to make it to the fish swap in Salem tomorrow. Actually, my own club wants me to do a run through of what I'm talking about. I guess I scared them by telling them that it's going to be an anthropological look at fish through archaeology and genetics. They're like, oh, but that's about aquarium stuff still, right? And I'm like, so it's a talk nobody's seen yet. So I think they're a little nervous. So they want to hear like a rundown of it tomorrow. So I got to do that in the day. And then my wife and I are getting flooring, more hardwood flooring, like laminate hardwood flooring in our bedroom. Is the species of Kabamba you have legal in Washington State? Yeah, the ones I have, the purple, the green, the Hyuguensis. There's a lot of states where it might be controlled though. But more so like here we can't have Anacris, a lot of those. We can't have any milfoils or Matin Grossen as they're known. But yeah. Okay, Lady Rorschach. Sorry I missed your question earlier. What would be the smallest size for the polka dot rasboras? Best place to get them? The wet spot is probably where I'd find them, or maybe Dan's Fish. I don't know if he has them right now though. Also, I think Redfish Bluefish shop has also had them in the past, perhaps. He carries chili rasboras and stuff at a really good price. All his are from Europe. All the ones at Dan's Fish are going to be from either captivity in Asia or wild in Asia. But probably captivity for the polka dot ras. Actually, no, probably not. Probably wild caught. So I would say the wet spot, that's where I got mine from by the local shop, Aquarium Zen. I just happen to know that they get it there. Kabamba, where to get that plant? Well, let's share screen. What I would do if I was you is I would go to I would go check this out. All right, solo. All right, so again, for the next 4 months, Fishery. Oh, it's all caps. Hold on. Fishery, in honor of the podcast name, Fishery 15 for your first purchase in the next 3 to 4 months, or Fishery 10 if you do more purchases after that. We'll get you 15% off plus entered into drawings, giveaways. But do the Aquarium or Fishery 15 first. I want to thank you guys for hitting up the affiliate links. Puts a couple bucks in my pocket that I really do appreciate. But I was going to say their plants, they don't really highlight their plants very well at Aquarium or Aquatic Arts. But yeah, see, they've got like hornwort, which is great, very similar to Habamba. Then they've got all sorts of pearlweed and jungle val, African water fern, the bulbitis that we were just talking about. I like that they're selling B grade plants. So like they might have a hole in the leaf like this one, or some issue where they're like transforming back to aquatic, but they're selling them quite a bit cheaper. This red star is glandulosa parensis. It's a hybrid. And that is made, by the way, I was showing you guys those flowers in the tanks that I keep. People hybridizing by taking a paintbrush and using the pollen and crossing it, then letting it go to seed in these things that they call seed box. Let's see if there's a picture of the seed box stage. Well, anyways, it's where it's got a ton of seeds, and then they fall into the tank, and then all of a sudden they just start growing about 6 months later, and then those are the cross, as long as you did it correctly. Oh, look, they've got Downoi. So this is the actual the morning star is what Downoi means in Thai, and or morning light, maybe literally. But they've got tissue cultures of it. This stuff's like $30 at my local store. The red variety of this stuff is incredible. You need CO2 and pretty specific water for that. But let's keep going. Let's see if they have kabamba. Oh, they're sold out of the purple and green kabamba, but they were doing these plant beginner packs for $15 where you get a bundle of 3 kinds. And I'm sure they're going to keep doing that. I'm sure they'll be in stock with more of this stuff soon, especially the plants. They can order those on pretty short notice. Then they've got like this one, which is a great deal. This is 4 different Ludwigia stems, and I think there's like 4 or 5 stems of each. And you've got the super red, the morning, or not the morning star, the red star, and then the repens, the glandulosa, and the rubens, I think, are all in that bundle. But yeah, they have a good price on that. Crypts, multicolor. You can get all the Wenti, Cryptocorn Wentii. Get the 3 main color morphs: the green, the dark green, the multicolor, and the reds. 3 or 4 kinds in there. But yeah, so what I want to say about them is they've been a bit weak on freshwater fish lately. That's for sure. If we go to freshwater fish, I mean, they've got sold out. They always sell out of scarlet batis whenever they bring those in. But they got Kobatai or Kubota Rasboras. They've got Pseudomygil luminatus. I think it's probably 3 for $24. Got some rainbow fish, some rice fish. If you're getting ready for summer tubbing season, I would get your rice fish now. 3 for $18 is going to be as cheap as you'll see these rarer strains. Now I have some of these, and that's another killer deal for this beautiful of a fish with the long fins and the speckles, called Lame. You could cross that, get that, and then some of these blue Miyuki ones, and cross those, and you get this galaxy black one with a long fin. People are paying like $80 a fish for those. Oh, they've got Tapajos here too. Oh, well, they have a few subadults, but Geos. So they do have some fish right now. They've got panda garas for $9.99. They've got these beautiful blue swords that they're breeding now. And they're sold out of pretty much everything after that. So yeah, like I said, a little weak on fish lately, but what they have had like crazy is their invertebrates they've been focusing on. And they've got the breeder packs that are so cool, but they've got the pom-pom crabs, the micro crabs, tyrant micro crabs, the golden neocaridina, blue dream, all the mystery snails. They had all sorts of, and right now stuff's on sale already, so it's $82.99. Use my code, get 15% off that lowered price already. This is the newest neocaridina line in the hobby, the Onyx. It's got amber eyes, and then it looks kind of metallic or black under the red. And if you get the breeder pack, which is only, let's see here, if you do the breeder combo box, what's that? So 155. I bet you could sell these for $10 a piece locally in a lot of parts of the country since they're a new strain. But you get this combo box, which is what I set up that little 2-gallon with all the baby gouramis and baby bettas and shrimp in it. This is exactly what I've been feeding them / using. The botanicals, the moss. I added Anubias and I added Kabamba. But you can also throw in a plant pack if they have it in stock with the Kabamba and everything. Guess who curated that / asked them, hey, can you put this together and sell it just like I made it? So we're going to possibly work on some more stuff like that with Aquatic Arts, like with the green shrimp, because they've got a really good green line that people don't have elsewhere. They've got a really good tangerine tiger line. Also, they've got a lock on these Indian crabs, the vampire crabs. They have a source that nobody else knows, pretty much. That's basically a human, just one-on-one connect, I think. Also, the Babalti striped, they're doing that now as bred in-house. They're doing the cappuccino spike snails or black devil snails, whatever you want to call them, mystery snails. Oh, and they have the golden dwarf African frog too. Those are pretty cool, the gold morph. They also have, again, super cheap. You can get 20 assorted, $72 with the breeder pack combo box, which you get the botanicals and everything. They've got all these shrimp in stock and they're breeding them. Oh, they just ran out of the neorites, but they've got limpets for only $2.99, marbled limpets, and they're really cool. Freshwater limpets. They're really good cleaners and fresh water. I'm hoping they get some of the disco crabs back because what I was thinking about was doing a crab and frog biotope. Now that sounds like a recipe for disaster, and I think it is, and that's probably why I'm not doing it. Oh, these are my favorite too. These are only $3.99 right now. The 5-pack is probably even better deal than that. Let's see, what is it? Yeah, $15 for the 5-pack instead of paying $4 a snail. So these guys are the best, in my opinion, nearite, because see that one has eggs laid on it, remnants of it. Well, these ones don't lay a whole lot of eggs. They're not like the other ones, and their eggs dissolve in any sort of acidic water. Whereas the adult neorites, man, their eggs are all over and a mess frequently. They should have these back soon because I was begging them for them. But the mixed group of neorites, put them on your wish list. Also, they got kind of cool combo packs like these where you get, 10 of each, where you get like 10 yellow, 10 red. or 10 blue, 10 yellow, 10 green and blue, whatever it is. They got a primary color pack. They're just trying all these new packs. They also have the crystal shrimp and all that kind of stuff. Also, they're going to be breeding in-house mini Silawasi rabbit snails, few different color morphs, and those are pretty neat. I might do a tank of Silawase if you guys are interested in that, because now they're also breeding the Dennerlei, the cardinal red Silawases, which are incredibly cool. One of the 63 species in lake in the lakes of Sulawesi. My Malawa are as well, but they're mostly in the creeks. Then they've got this new kind of blue morph. They're calling it Dream Blue Velvet, which is blue velvet and blue dream. So the dark and the softer blues combined, which is kind of interesting. Now, the last thing we're going to check out, guys, is going to be and you just need to use the code Fishery15, or you can use the code Fishery10 if you have already used that code, although it's brand new. So I know you guys haven't used that one. All right, over to Dan's Fish. Now, Dan's Fish, guys, I have absolutely fallen in love with what Dan brings in. Are the prices cheap? Hell no. Is his care incredible? Yes. Brazilian pennywort keeps melting away. Any advice? Softer water, maybe, but usually it likes hard water. Try harder water or softer water. It really there's this weird sweet spot, but anywhere out of that, and it just fails. Also, it needs nitrates. It really does. So I don't know how your nitrates are, Lady Rorschach, but perhaps try that. What fish do I recommend with the shrimp colony? I have an entire video of like 20 shrimp that I really recommend with that. I'd check out that video. Anything better than ram's horn snails to feed to pea puffers? They can't get the whole snail out. You know, that still probably is the best one. And that there, if you're willing to give it something bigger, like a land snail, I don't know if they'd eat it, but perhaps that would be better. But hold on, guys. And I ride like the wind, ride like the wind. And I got to wait, and I got a long way to go. Make it to the border of Mexico. And I ride like the wind, ride like the wind. Um, if I hear Michael McDonald one more time, I'm gonna burn this place to the ground. Don't mind me singing and quoting things in my head. It's how I get by. All right, guys. So the highlighted and pin tag, but there you go. There's the hot link. If you're gonna buy anything from Dan's, if you've never bought there before, or even if you have and you want to set up a new email, I don't know how he feels about that, but it's a thing you could do. I should probably stop saying it until I ask him. Like, hey, do you mind if people do that for my code was one time? But you'll get 10% off, and I just want him to see that we're supporting him and what he does, because what he's doing is freaking awesome. I mean, he is bringing in really rare stuff. I mean, he's got assorted bettas and stuff. Then look at this. He's got the albino paradise fish, round-tailed paradise fish, black paradise fish, which is that's the wild species. Sparkling gouramis, moonlight gouramis. Don't always see those. I just love the stuff he's bringing in. He also brings in an incredible amount of gobies, and I love these guys. Look at this, only $6.99. There's only 4 available. Man, those are going to go tonight. Also, this red spot goby, so cool to watch hunt. This thing, watching it eat scuds. Any rhino gobius is going to be a badass. And they're gonna hunt down stuff. So same with these gobies. They're another fun one. Also, any Stiphodon, those are going to be as peaceful as can be, and I love them. I've put them with shrimp, and they don't seem to eat shrimp. I don't know why. In the wild, they're supposed to eat them, but these are just like freaking gorgeous. These orange fin Stiphodons, when they color up, boy, they are pretty. Also, this Rhinogobius, another really fun one. This is a more zippy one, and this one can tolerate cold water. Does it say that on here? So it's from Taiwan, the Korean Peninsula, China. Yeah, they're a really fun one, and I think they can withstand like all the way down to like 40 degrees or 50 degrees. Don't quote me on that one for sure, but Rhinogobius are just super fun to watch hunt. They're little ambush predators, and they're super fun to watch hunt. And here we've got, also these are great with the orange half. That picture does not do these fish justice. They are electric with blue metallic. I mean, they're really cool fish. The thing is, you're not going to breed them in captivity ever, probably. So that is a bummer about all those, because they're bred in the other. They hatch in freshwater and they go to. Oh wow! Look at this. He's got 18 in stock now. Beautiful rainbow shiners. So again, there's no code. You have to go and click on the link. He also has a bunch of plants. Let's see if he's got stem plants. Let's see if he's got Kabamba. Bacopa. Yeah, I don't see it. Other plants, maybe it's in here. He's got a lot of like African cichlid friendly plants. Also, this is a cool plant. This Homlomena Sedeku South. It looks like a little Bucephalandra. Oh yeah, here's a picture of it in a pot. I just buy the one in the pot. That's $9.99. That's a good deal for. Oh, and there's a narrow leaf variety. That's really neat that he has those. All right, I'm adding those to my shopping list apparently. And the Tonkinensis crypt. That's another really cool one. I mean, he's just getting really cool plants that aren't from Florida Aquatic Nurseries like everyone else buys from Florida Aquatic Nurseries. And they're good plants. A lot of them aren't ready for the water yet. They're in their other form. They're in their submersed form. But they're still pretty cool plants. And Aquarium Co-op uses those. Hey, Chew, welcome. Let's see. Best goby for shrimp. I like Stiphodons. They're the most peaceful that I've found. Every Stiphodon I keep doesn't eat baby shrimp, but they eat like scuds and baby brine shrimp. I don't get it. So I can't say for sure that they're all going to be completely peaceful or whatever. But I'm guessing that is the case because mine just have been. That was a weird screen layout. Hold on. Why would you want there? That's what we want. Okay, so again, it's pinned in the comments. I would love it if you guys want to spend some money. Support this guy. He's doing everything right. Sustainably sourcing stuff. These hovering zebra loaches, they're called multi-bar loaches. Those are the ones that I was breeding in that tank that I had the flowers in that were flowering last night or tonight, earlier tonight. Super cool. This is one, the Barbuca diabolica. These are awesome. These are fire eye loaches. Do they have more pictures? They don't, but they're really cool. And they've got red eyes or orange eyes. They've got a nictating member on their eye. Also, the yellowfin sucker. That's one that needs a picture. But the yellowfin sucker fish, it's just like the bluefin Borneo suckers, but yellowfin. There's like a bunch of the different suckers. Then the piece de resistance. They've got Pseudomagilla luminatus, just like Aquatic Arts, but he's probably got Gary Lang's strain here if I guessed. And he's got Ivanstoff too, which is a very unusual pseudomcgill. Then he's got, I mean, he's just got all sorts of cool stuff on his site, and he puts live cams or shorts up of it. So I wanted to start supporting him because Aquatic Arts just hasn't had the stuff that they used to have fish-wise. And I think it's because Vivi is where they're kind of shifting. They're going to try to focus on inverts, botanicals, and plants. And then Dan is focusing on this incredible. I mean, look at these beautiful rainbows he's got in right now. Not to mention more pseudomcgills, RU2s. These are super beautiful. They look white rather than clear. Most in the hobby are clear. Well, RU2s have white that develops in with that black dots, and it looks really neat. Instead of these spotted blue eyes, see, they're the same species, Pseudomcgill gertrudae, but these ones, look at the fin difference between this guy in the corner and this guy up here. It's incredible. Plus, these aren't up all the way. They spin around and they do the little knife fight thing, like the scene from Beat It or Bad, whatever music video that is, where they tie their hands together and spin around and dance fight with the switchblade in the old music video. No? My wife's just shaking her head at me.
No, honey.
No, honey. I hear that so often. No, honey. Also, they got a lot of like wild type live bears. They've got split fin goodeids, which is cool. The Ameca splendens. These are the ones I'm going to the river of. They're only $5.99. That's insane. That's not okay. Some of them are more expensive, like this little swordtail wild guy, the Miller Eye. Looks like there's only one of them left. I wonder if that's true. It might have more. But then they also, you know, they're bringing in rice fish. They're bringing in killifish. Rice fish, killer deal. Daisy's rice fish, $6.99. These the orange ones are $5.99, which they're kind of mutts, but you know they're cool. The yellowfin rice fish. This is the Asian one, I want to say. This is the Javanese ones, and these ones are more triangular. They need hotter water. The daisies need hotter water. These need even hotter water. Hotter water, otter water, fodder water, slaughter water. How many things rhyme with water? My wife says, "Get off the computer, you idiot." Ooh, man, I want to breed these. The melanistic Cory short size. So in any case, we've got the best deal on the internet right here. Look at these incredible Corys. And Aspidoris. Oh, look at this slate one. They look very different than that sometimes. He gets these wild collection points that sometimes are just so different looking. I want these to come back. The yellowfin C123. Look at these high fin pilatus. That's the first Cory in the hobby. Orange Venezuelans, love them. All awesome fish. Green corridor. Even his green gold Corys look really nice. All right, guys. So I'm going to wrap it up here, but I do want to mention that he also has incredible. He's got unusual autosynclus sometimes, which is cool, but he has, I'm going to say high, they're fairly high price. This is not high price, but he's got fairly high prices for some of these really unusual plecos. But who in the heck has a false leopard frog pleco? Actually, he's lowered the price a ton on these. These were $129, now $99. These are the albino chocolate plecos. I mean, he's got the zebra plecos. He's got the false zebra plecos, the ranger pleco. Look at these incredible things. I don't have the money ever for these, but look at that eye. Look at the color. Holy cow. I don't know, guys. This is why I've decided to support Dan, is who's bringing this stuff in. It's cost so much capital up front to bring in these incredible things. And I mean, he's doing it. He's bringing in all these cool rams and Akaras and little teeny geos, smiling cichlids, the fulvopins, the festivus, gold-eyed dwarf cichlids. These are really fun little guys to breed. The cupid cichlids, the Rio Nene, the pike cichlids, which $8.99. Are you out of your mind? Used to be $29.99. He's got some just, yeah, this is a really unusual geo. Big geos. Oh, he's got the Baha'i red geos too. They're a really neat one also. I have to say, his pictures could be better, but they're the actual fish with the camera he has, and they're super busy. But Google the fish before you buy them, because it's not true. You know, he's actually got even better looking fish than it looks like. He also has a lot of unusual barbs, CPDs, these copper nose barbs, which I love. I want to get some of those. And then here he's got Phoenix rasboras. We love those. Kubotas, dwarf spotted rasbora. So here he's got there we go. He's got 2 left though. I wonder if he has more than that, like hiding. And then the horse mouth. These guys are like bitterlings kind of. Oh, he's got the Taiwan hill trouts too, which are super cool. These guys are really active. Just an interesting minnow type critter, but look when they spawn what they look like. I mean, go look it up. The Japanese rosy bitterlings, these have been domesticated for 1,000 years too. Super cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up, but my point is no one has these either. The gold roseline barbs, that price is crazy. I see those going for $100. Also, these golden dwarf barbs, Pethia gilius. Check out one of my shorts on YouTube where there's this like rainbow colored plant and these striped barbs. These are those. And I paid $12.99 for them. And now I'm kicking myself. I should have paid for the shipping and gotten them from him and had better quality stuff. So Dan's Fish, hit up the link if you like it. Right there on the screen. StreamYard. Wait, what? Why did I do that? It's not StreamYard. HTTPS. Alex, you're a silly, silly man, Charlie Brown. All right. Here it goes again. This is the correct one. You silly man, Alex. So it is www.dansfish.com/ref/Alex. 30% off. You know you got to do it. If you need any of this stuff, get a new email. Do it. All right, guys. The other thing is that I think I'm going to buy stuff from him, probably. Him or Jason over at Redfish Bluefish. Probably will be what I redo my 40 breeders with when I decide what I'm going to do with those. But I need, yeah, I agree, Stephen. I need all the things. Welcome, also, by the way. I got a little lost there for a minute. I'm back to earth. All right, guys. I'm gonna tap out. We've done a long one. It's been good. But yeah, we got an update. We did everything that I said we were gonna do, and I didn't fall asleep, which was good. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming, as always, supporting the channel, watching my old videos, my new videos. You guys are my rock. I am an island. But despite what Garfunkel thinks of y'all, I think you're all right. I'm going to get out of here. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Wundervoll. And I'm going to go relax and try not to think of money, 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 money makes the world go round, the world go round. Money makes the world go round. All right. For any of those of you who've gotten the references of tonight, you know, you have a sneak peek into my crazy brain. All right. Have a wonderful night. Take care of your fish. Take care of your tanks, your plants. Do what I haven't been. And of course, take care of yourself so you can take care of those around you and your critters. And I will talk to you later. You guys are truly my friends. Thank you for the super chats, the members, the memberships. I mean, awesome. Thank you so much, you guys. And you viewers, you lurkers, you future watchers, you time travelers, you sons of New England. Thank you guys. Have a good night. I'll see you later. I'm gonna go hang out with my wife and watch like The Office or The Big Bang Theory and get crazy. Eat some popcorn. I'll talk to you guys later.